Empath Chronicles. I am the Oracle of the Ether, and I'm here to guide you through your first stop meditation.
Amphibian shit. Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn.
That he may learn well. Know it then, or your dying will be long before you welcome death.
It's a dark night to an old soul. You see the beacon of light through a black hole.
You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself.
The Oracle will see you now.
Greetings, welcome to Empath Chronicles. I am the Oracle of the Ether. For those that are returning, I appreciate the energy exchange. If you're hearing me for the first time, I welcome you and I hope you receive something from this podcast. Well, it's good to be back home, right? This is the place where the Oracle can express herself in her godlyhood, in her divine feminine and divine masculine, fully balanced, right? Today, I'm being called to talk about spiritual narcissism, right? Because one of the things that comes with awakening to your gifts is being able to pinpoint someone that's moving out of falsehood, right? And one of the biggest red flags for me is someone that flips situations in their advantage by means of control, which have been done for generations and generations, with distorted facts, or what is the term that's been coined? Alternative facts, right? There's a lot of people that like to give alternative facts, and because the masses are not awakened to what's actually going on, they'll go in line with it because it seems familiar, right? It seems like this is familiar. This is not scary. I can hold on to this because this is what I'm used to. However, that in itself is a clear red flag for me as an empath, clairvoyant. I can sense certain things, right? And it's something that I've known about myself since I was a child, right? However, I didn't know the capabilities of what people would do to steer people in their direction, right? But what I did find that is religion amongst all, right? All peoples has been used as a form of control. And one of the biggest forms of control is the Holy Bible, right? And I know this by obviously my background. And one of the interesting things is this morning, I had to speak with my grandmother. Today is my mother's birthday. She has passed about 2 years ago from cancer, specifically stomach cancer. And so I've talked about that previously on a podcast when I spoke about the spiritual significance of diseases. I believe Louise Hay wrote about it, as well as many other authors. However, I believe she's the most famous and the most revered, and people go to her for her information, right? These is what you call pioneers, right? People that are able to get a following, right? And the following is genuine because the information is genuine. It's coming from the source, and this person is being divinely guided to share the information. What is scary is when we try to take old per diems and mix them with the new. Now, specifically speaking for me, I know the damage that the Bible has caused because of this, the distortion of facts. Those that have studied occult or esoteric knowledge, and mark my words, the Holy Bible is an occult book. All right. Religion is a practice. It's a study. That's why you have to go to school to be ordained as a minister. It's a doctrine. It's a programming. Okay. In my opinion. And because we are so used to this programming, anything outside of that becomes unusual to people. Right. So, I want to say that for me, especially now doing what I do, and know that all religions contribute to oneness. So me sprouting out a specific doctrine to make people more comfortable with me is, and so I've noticed that in the spiritual community, and this is what I'm talking about with spiritual narcissism. We see that with people that have big followings, and usually they take, occult books, right? And if you would like to know my views about the Bible, you can leave it in the description box below, or you can email me. I would love to discuss it. It's a topic that needs to be discussed. However, in the spiritual community, a lot of people don't realize that the information that's being given to the masses is false. And I'll see readers reading out of the Bible. I think it's like a oxymoron. And it tells me that they really haven't did the research. Now, they could have been studying for a very long time. However, they didn't go into the research to even know the true names. First of all, the true names. Second of all, they don't know which part is actual. It's like having a discerning eye, the first eye, right? Like when I talk about Christ consciousness on my tarot page, I've noticed that a couple of more popular readers try to use it and they don't even know what they're talking about. They calling it Jesus consciousness. What what is that? Okay. And so for people that study the true esoteric knowledge, they know these things. But when it comes down to the masses, they really don't know. So it's something that should be discussed. And the fact that it's, countless of books out there that are way older than the Holy Bible. People have made it very sacred because of the blood, sweat, and tears that was shed over it. Now, when we start talking about divination in the Bible, again, that's an oxymoron. And a lot of people don't know that, and they fall in line with it because it's familiar to them. Okay, spirituality and religion is two totally different things. If we read from the same Bible, because I have it here, if we read from the same Bible that these readers try to use, it will talk about slavery. It will talk about certain groups not being able to get into heaven. It's, it's like an oxymoron, right? And it's something that should be discussed because it's a form of spiritual narcissism. Okay. And so if anybody would like to discuss that, hey, leave it in the description box below. I'm not against any of it, right? So I encourage those to really do the research. There's other books out there. One of the interesting things that I would like to talk about is when I was in college and I had the pleasure of having to sit down with a Muslim, and I myself was a Christian at that time. And there was an Asian descent lady, and she was talking about Buddhism, right? It wasn't a Hindu or someone of that descent there, but Muslim, I guess, yeah. But what I mean by that is Hinduism, for those that know what that is. Okay, whatever. It's like 250 religions out there. And when we speak about divination, we're pulling from the whole. We're pulling as a collective. And so that for me tells that these people have not awakened. Okay. They may be good readers. However, they're not awakened really to the spiritual world and the spiritual significance of what they are doing, while they claim they're steering the masses to healing. That's not healing. That's blinding. That's putting the veil over people's eyes. Okay, especially the first eye. Okay, which is Christ consciousness. It is the awakening of the first eye, the third eye opening, the Jacob's ladder, the ascent of the Kundalini energy, the serpent. Okay, these are things that are coded into the ever famous Holy Bible. And if you ask me, at that time, that period, you would have to go to the etymology of those terminologies in that book to really get a good understanding of what they are speaking about, and being the fact that these were poets, these were musicians, and musicians, poets, occult study people that were Freemasons and things of that sort, and for people to take it and try to distort the facts, alternative facts, in a means to make someone feel more comfortable, is karma in itself. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that. All right. So if you're still here, go ahead and, like, comment, subscribe if you're coming from my YouTube channel. If not, if you're on the road and you'd like to check out the Oracle of the Ether show, I am on Spotify. What else? iHeartRadio, whatever. I'm there. So go ahead. Even if you're at home, you want to say, Alexa, play Oracle of the Ether, and that, I'm going to pop right up. For others, go ahead and subscribe to my Tarot and Oracle channel. That is Sun, Moon, and Stars Intuitive. I would love to have you over there. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. All right. Have a peace and blissful day.